Congratulations! Oh my God.
A Saint Kill 3 just resubscribed for 5 months. Yeah. Saint Kill 3 just subscribed for 5 months. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, we back now? All right, we good now. We good now. It's in a genjutsu for a minute, but we good now. Okay, we good now. We good. I don't know what the hell was going on, why the son bitch was silent, but we good now. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is indeed the battle of the mid. It is the battle of the mid, ladies and gentlemen. Miami Heat, Chicago Bulls, third straight year they meet in the play-in. This is one of the reasons why I believe there should be no play-in anymore, because if you have teams that are perpetually in the play-in, you don't deserve to go to the playoffs. Now, I know there will be some who will say, hey, well, if they lose, it's not that big of a deal. It's a sham of a game. Statistics don't count towards anywhere. It's as if it's some sort of preseason for the postseason. Makes absolutely no sense. Pack these boys up, send somebody home. Hopefully both teams mess around and get eliminated by the time that the weekend rolls around and we can begin the NBA playoffs sans either one of these teams. Now, y'all already know my allegiance here is with the Miami Heat, but I would much rather, if we happen to take a not so much devastating loss, but we mess around and take ourselves an L, so Pat Riley feels some level of shame and wants to fix the doggone franchise. But that's neither here nor there. Don the King put 5 on it. Oh, let me put up the volume as we're walking. Don the King put 5 on and said, what's up, Chisel? You at the game? Love you, but not today. We enemies. Go Bulls. Hey, man, listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. I am not that emotionally invested in this game for my Miami Heat. I will say this much. I cannot deny if the game goes down to the wire, I might just mess around and start heavily cheering for my squad, because naturally I can't cheer for my team to lose. But whatever the case may be, I don't have a high level of excitement here for this particular game, but that's neither here nor there. Am I staying alive for the late game? No. Yesterday, the Warriors-Grizzlies was the more interesting game. That's why I went live for the later game. But, bro, I was dying. Absolutely dying. All 5.5 hours of sleep, trying to stay awake in that fourth quarter was difficult as hell. I should have just stood up. But that's neither here nor there. You trying to put the over on Kobe White? We shall see. Please lose Miami. We need that pick. I mean, shit, if that gets us into the lottery, I'll take it. Fixing to be a blowout. If it's a blowout in the fast game, even better for me. I get to go to sleep a little bit earlier. Oh, Tyler Hero inside gets you a layup. He smokes it, but they get a putback. Miami puts the first bucket onto the day. This year, the Bulls' year to get into the playoffs, highly plausible. They've actually been a better team, in my opinion, than Miami. post Jimmy Butler's departure. By the way, Miami's better make a fucking move, bro. If they don't make a move to get somebody, what are we really doing? By the way, take a look at the records right now. You got 37 and 45 in Miami, 8 games under 500. And then you also have Chicago, 4 games under 500. Well, not necessarily 8 games under 500. It would essentially be, to get to 500, you have to be 41 and 41. So they're 4 games. Chicago's 2 games. But whatever the case may be, those records should not be in the playoffs. Jay Pafavon said, as a Heat fan, you can't cheer for us to lose. But if we do lose, it'll be nice to have a lottery pick. And we have the Warriors' first-round pick precisely. So that's one of those things where I'm not cheering for my squad to lose. But if we do, I'm not going to be sad about it. I guess that's the best way to explain it. Because I've always said I'm not somebody who's a fan of tanking or the trusting of the process. Good Lord, Kobe White with the N1. Or the trusting of the process that you saw Philly do for countless different years. I don't believe in that. But you're not going to make me upset and feeling like I did when we got eliminated by Philly in like 2017. About this? Hell no. Andrew Tate, the GOAT, said that I should cheer for the Steelers to suck this year respectfully. Absolutely not. Like I said in my video, I'm very confused as to what it is that they're doing, but it's very difficult for me to not go and cheer for my team. I'm just not built that way. Tyler Hero, good layup inside. Miami's got a very good start thus far to this game, but we saw the same thing happen with Memphis yesterday. Ooh, Josh Giddey almost had Bam a low-key on a bit of skates there. Kasha in the building, what's going on? Shovel in the house. What are my WrestleMania plans this week? We streaming right here. Streaming right here. Trade for Bradley Beal? You know what? I don't think it will work. I don't think it will work. Because Bradley Beal's not coming off the bench. Tyler Hero's not going anywhere when we should have probably considered trading him some years back where we could have packaged him and Duncan Robinson and got something sweet on the back end, but that's neither here nor there. 10-5 lead for Miami to start out through the first 2 minutes of this game. They lead by 5. Junior Mafia in the building, what's good? But I just don't see a trade for Bradley Beal being something that actually helps Miami. Because now, let's just say we retain Wiggins, right? Do you want to take Wiggins off the bench? I don't think that makes much sense. So we're going to end up having a very weak bench, depending on who it is that we trade to go and try to acquire Beal. I don't like it. I don't like it. Because Beal is only going to give you scoring and nothing else. He's not giving you defense. He's not giving you assists. He's not giving you any form of real facilitation or anything of that nature. He's not grabbing any boards. He's really out there just to go and get a bucket. And I don't think that's what Miami essentially needs at this point. Viju said, how's my legs doing? My legs doing much better. The knee is still kind of where the issue lies. But the hamstrings and the quads, not as much pain that are there anymore. The calves have since, started to return back to their selves, but I just have, ailment still within the knee. And ironically, I have to run a 5K at the end of the month. I didn't even know. Some shit from last year got signed up for. I got an email this morning. I said, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, that's the 5K at the end of the month? Damn, I might just walk it. So we'll see how I feel when the time comes around. So it's on the 26th. So pardon me, not even the end of the month, next Saturday. So that's going to be something. Jay Pafavon said, Beal sucks. And we have Rozier on the bench stealing money. Yeah, we got to get Rozier the fuck up out of here. I would assume he's the individual who's going to be involved in that trade. But who the fuck really is like, oh, Terry Rozier, we'll take him. I got Dallas said, without hindsight, you think Hero and Duncan deserved their extensions? Hero, in the grand scheme of things, yes. Duncan, no. Because I understand why you would want to pay Duncan because he's indeed a sniper. But the liability that he is on defense, it doesn't work. And because now Jimmy Butler's gone and everything, it was foolish. I already thought it's dumb as hell for us to go and pay Duncan Robinson and not trade him, because you can get three-point shooters around the league. Now, don't get me wrong. Duncan Robinson's a very good three-point shooter, but the problem is he's somebody who's not necessarily creating his shot on a consistent basis. He's got to run to the corner, and when he gets hot, he's hot. But that's not going to be the case every single night. And because he's a liability on defense, he could get you three, but it's almost a guarantee whoever the fuck it is that he's guarding is going to get you two. And the probability of the person who he's guarding getting you two is higher than the probability of him getting you three. So it's a losing situation. We should have traded him away. We should have traded him away early at that. After the 2022 season, we should have moved him. When we lost in the conference finals, we should have moved him. But no, we didn't. Then we made that run to the NBA finals. That shit was cool. Should have traded him again after that. We didn't do it. We had numerous different opportunities to be able to go and build up this team a bit further, but we didn't pull the trigger. Like I said yesterday, we could have got our hands on KD last summer, possibly see if we could make a trade to go and get him in there now. I don't want KD going into year 19 now. If we was able to go and acquire KD, had Jimmy Butler and everybody still there, I promise you they would have still had the crew together. And then now you add KD. Now you move a couple of pieces that's there, but you can figure it out. And I'm not a big fan of, hey, let's get this aging superstar. Let's get this. But last year, if you're able to, we come into the season, we got Bam, we got Jimmy, we got KD. I'd feel more comfortable with that than, what we got going into next year. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, I don't think KD would have made things, super great for us. I still don't think we would have been top 3 in the East. But we could have at least had some idea of direction for the next couple of years. We're going essentially year by year. We have no idea what the hell's going on. I don't want them now, but it was like a last year thing. Now they're probably open to wanting to go and move KD, but I don't want them now. Oh, the Bulls got to start playing a little bit of defense. What the hell? It's a layup line and shooting practice right now for Miami. They getting whatever the hell they want. Do I think that the Bulls will get rid of Nikola and go for Joker? Vujovic to go and try to get Jokic? First off, why would... It sounds crazy to even ponder the idea of seeing Jokic in a different jersey. Now, granted, we saw Luka end up getting moved that nobody ever seen that coming. But come on now. Jokic ain't going nowhere. What are we doing? Oh, by the way, David, since you in the house, just for you, because this will be the first time this year I can do this. Even though we walking, the Lobos is within arm's reach. So, as the year kicked off with the 75 hard, I couldn't drink. Every single time I've gone live after the fact, we haven't been able to cross paths. But for you, brother, this shot's for you. Straight from the bottom. All right. Dwayne Paton said, where's Grant Williams? Probably somewhere in the rehab center, because if I remember correctly, he tore something earlier in the year. Early in the season, I should say. Sam Soto said, why they shop Luka around? It feels like Nico's a double agent. Collusion, if you will. Well, I couldn't tell you, because it's absolutely foolish that they ended up trading him. It makes absolutely no sense. You got a dude who's on the verge of that mega extension. A superstar in the league that just took you to the NBA Finals, and you trade him away for an aging AD? Like, what do you... It makes no sense. So definitely, there should have been a further investigation. But for whatever reason, here we are. So it is what it is. Oh, what are they doing? That's a bad possession from Miami. That's a bad possession. That's just sloppy basketball. Just sloppy basketball. See, they playing like 9 and 10 seeds, bro. They playing like 9 and 10 seeds. Yeah, Grant Williams tore his ACL. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's still fuck Grant Williams, but it's not, hey, fuck Grant Williams and he tore his ACL. Yay, we're not going to celebrate that. I ain't going to be that guy. Capte said, you are what your record says you are. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Bill Parcells. Who that for life? Chris says KD, the real shop around at this point, adding on a roster for more than his market value. Indeed. Now, if he's willing to go somewhere for less, because it's almost the same thing that happened with Carmelo Anthony, right? Here's what my biggest confusion was with how Melo didn't end up on a roster. Because when he went to OKC and he said he wasn't willing to come off the bench, I said, okay, Melo, you're done. Like this will be your final season in the NBA. Goes to Portland. I believe he was in Portland for a year. Then he was off for an entire year, not on a roster, and then came back and then went to LA. And then after that, called it a career, if I remember correctly. Somebody can fact check it, because I remember he was gone for a season. But sometimes people feel as if superstars, because I know in the NFL, if you're a quarterback like Cam Newton, there's a reason why he's not going to end up being a backup, despite being, better than a Nate Peterman, who I believe is still employed, better than, a number of different, backups that are still employed. But you have that star power, and any sort of mistake that happens, people going to be looking towards the bench like, hey, man, they're going to be asking questions. You're going to have a whole lot of reporters asking questions about you and you the backup. In basketball, you actually can keep a job being that polarizing for all intents and purposes. But KD's going to be a bucket one way or another. So I think he can be viable on a team. He's not coming off the bench, but if you center the team around him, I think you're vying to lose with him going into Team 19. He's got to go somewhere where there's an already established star, and he's, option number 2, or if you can get somebody else and you've got already a twosome somewhere, he can be an option number 3. That's what would make sense if you want to make KD work. Like when CP3 wanted the max from the Rockets, their championship window is basically dead when that happened. Yeah, like 2018, that was their year to win the finals, bro. 2018 was their year to win the finals. CP3 got hurt, right? And we can all agree, if CP3 ain't get hurt, Game 6, they probably would have beaten the Warriors. But Game 7, unacceptable. The fact that y'all missed, 27 in a row threes? Insanity to me. Insane. You mean to tell me nobody thought, let me step in and take a dribble in and take a jump? Like, come on, man. You could have at least made a quarter of long twos and won that game. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, my God. Yo, Chicago, wake up, bro. God damn. Miami up by 13 right now. Somebody tell Chicago to plug their controllers in, bro. What the hell are they doing? Yeah, it was 27 threes. 27 threes, and y'all want to cry about the league after that? After that, yep, indeed. Nobody was stopping the Warriors in 2018. KD's a baller. The Houston Rockets were. They were up 3-2. And they were up 3-2, not necessarily emphatically, but you can see, hey, they had their number. They could have won that series. CP3 goes down. The Rockets in Game 6 and Game 7 had opportunities to win those games. Just like, was it 2018 or 2019? When Portland played against Golden State. Oh, my God. Was that the conference finals? I think they got swept, but they had a double-digit lead in the third quarter of all 4 games. It had to be, I think it was 2019, when they played against Portland. Portland literally could have beaten the Warriors in the series, and these motherfuckers don't know how to close a game. Like 2017, Warriors, unstoppable, unbeatable. I don't think they would have been slow. They were destined to go and win, right? 2018, the Rockets could have got them. The Rockets beating the Cavs? Yes. 2018? Yes. It was Braun and nobody else. Rockets would have won that series. Finally, the Chicago Bulls started playing some basketball. Go and end this damn quarter end this period on a 6-0 run. Boomer Sooner said Michaels Taker, WrestleMania 25, ranked number 1 all time at the Mania match. You disagree? So what would you put in front of it? But yeah. The Rockets blew the Cavs out by like 20 plus every single game. I think Bron would be able to keep it interesting just for game 1. But if J.R. Smith makes that same problem, it's clipped. It's clipped. The Cavs literally would have had no business being in the finals. The better matchup for the Eastern Conference would have been if that incredibly young Celtics team with Jason Tatum, who was 19, who somehow is still 19, was representing those guys in the Eastern Conference. That would have been the better matchup. But Bron was able to will his way through the Eastern Conference once more. But that Cavs team in 2018 didn't stand a chance. 2018, Bron would have still put on a doggone show. But the rest of the Cavs, there's no way. The West was leaving with that Larry O'Brien trophy, one way or another. No, 2017 season was Isaiah Thomas and his Boston Celtics losing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. 2018 was Jason Tatum, Celtics losing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Captain said, everybody points straight to Golden State's injuries as a reason why they lost the finals, but you felt like 2019 was your guy Claw's get back for what they did to him in 2017. As far as you're concerned, 2017 and 2019 cancel each other out. Yes, you can say they cancel each other out for sure, because I think 2017, the Spurs would have had a good series. I still think Golden State would have won, because although game 1 was like
89 to underscore on just
absolutely spectacular from
months.
San Antonio,
Huge
I don't think that
dog.
would have messed around and been the entire trend for that whole series per se. I still think Golden State would have won that, but that's just my opinion. But I will say this much: injuries is indeed part of the game, because if we can apply, Golden State would have probably won and had a three-peat if you didn't have Klay's injury, if you didn't have KD's injury in 2019 in that final. Well, if we're going to apply injuries to those guys, we've got to do that for everybody. So it's a part of the game. It comes with it, Ancho 51 said, who I got? Rhodes has seen it. Rhodes in Mania. Why is Batista not inducted to the Hall of Fame? I think he wanted to have more people there when they initially had inducted him. Then he ended up withdrawing because the pandemic happened. So I don't know when they're going to bring him back. Maybe when they have Mania in his hometown, but I think he's from D.C., so I don't see that happening anytime soon. So who knows? Jay, the 90s kid in the building, what's good? David G said, it's kind of funny how, in hindsight, how people thought Boogie made Golden State the best team ever when he was coming off a late season ACL tear. Bro, I feel so bad for DeMarcus Cousins, because I don't think he got his money either. After he tore his Achilles, I believe it was the Achilles first and then the ACL after, similar to what happened with Klay. Oh, no. Klay might have been the Achilles first, then the ACL. Boogie, I think it was just the ACL. And then he had like a hip contusion. No, not a hip contusion. It was a quad injury, thigh or something. I forget. But whatever the case may be, people thought Boogie was going to come back and be Boogie. And I felt so bad for DeMarcus Cousins, because he should have went to a team where he was the number one option. After he left New Orleans, he should have went somewhere where he was the number one option, because we got robbed of because DeMarcus Cousins could be in the NBA right now. It makes no sense he's not employed. You mean to tell me this man got to play overseas? That's some bullshit. Bam putting in 3? Jesus Christ. 13-point lead right now for Miami, 31-18. With that for life, Chris said, keep calling it pandemic. You stay on that conspiracy trip. Hey, man, listen. It's how I live my life. Oh, what do I think the butterfly effect would have been if San Antonio beat Golden State when Leonard's ankle got stepped on in 2017? Well, Golden State and Cleveland would have been a hell of a series, but I think Cleveland might have got him. I think Cleveland might have got San Antonio. If San Antonio had won in 2017 against Golden State in that Western Conference final, I think Cleveland would have probably got them in the NBA Finals. Now that makes things interesting because LeBron would have had another championship alongside Kyrie. Does Kyrie leave in 2017 rather than stay for a chance at a three-peat in 2018? I think that Cleveland team probably run it back and you add a bit more pieces. People would feel much more galvanized to go and join the team, and now things look very, very interesting. Buddha Christ said, are these real VVS diamonds? Oh, no. This moissanite right here. I'm not stupid. Ain't nobody doing all that. I ain't gonna be one of them guys. Oh, yeah, I spent $20K on a necklace. For what? Some bitch signed the goddamn same one. The light is flashing on it. But you gotta get some flashing lights. This is just still light, so you can't see them dance. You can't see it dance in regular still light. You gotta get some flashing lights, things of that nature, depending on where it's at, and you're gonna see the Jalen Hurts type beat, but that's neither here nor there. Do I like Adebayo? I actually don't mind Adebayo when he's aggressive. I think when Adebayo's aggressive, spectacular basketball player. Amongst the best centers in the league. But when he's passive, I hate him. I want to fight him. You hit that, Justin Jefferson, indeed. Can't see the ice. So Cleveland becomes Golden State? Well, not necessarily. Because I think it all ends after 20, because I can't guarantee that 2018, they'll be able to go and pull it off. But most likely, they'll have one more run at it. And then when it's all said and done, people go their own separate ways. Because I think LeBron was fixing to go to LA regardless. Andrew, I would say it's 2017 season. The 2017 season, when they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars, that was their best opportunity. That was their best opportunity. MDJ Patuna said Miami Heat is trash. Well, currently right now, yes, you are not incorrect. DRB said, when are we going to address what Tiana Taylor is doing to Amon Shumpert? Well, for one, I don't have all the details on what transpired. I heard what was reported. Then I heard and listened to what it was that she had to say. But overall, if it's a matter, because it's not as if she came from nothing, per se. Now, if she was taking back what was already hers, that's one thing. But just the way they have everything breaking down, I think it was like 4 cars, the house, super amount of bread or whatever the case may be. What are we doing? But it's one of those things where I'd have to really look into it. But it's just one of those bizarre things to see, to say the least. Dwayne P51 said, you wonder what was Dallas GM's reaction when they gave up Luka? Well, he the one who gave him up. Whoever the hell gave him the bread to go and do so, he probably was laughing his way to the bank. End of the quarter, I'll give you some statistics. Oh, Hero, good. Damn. He's going to the line, get himself to the line. Look at that fat-ass Chicago fan over there. Damn, son having a bad time right now. Hang 'em high in the building. Triple H in the house. Time to play the game. I hope you're ready to book a show this weekend, brother. Also, you going out there to, I believe they're going to have another PLE out in France. So if you popping out, that's going to be awesome. I might have to go to one of these international shows. I'm not going to hold you. My passport's right there. My passport's right there. I was in France for 2.5 hours. I never was able to step out the airport because it was a connecting flight to go to Greece. Oh, you will be there? All right. I look forward to seeing the content up on X, on the X machine. If y'all ain't already following Hang 'em High, he is the creator of all of those sonic rings being knocked out of people's faces. Furthermore, Redman's edit of people getting the smacking the shit out of them as well. None better than Hang 'em High on X Twitter. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and follow that brother. Am I streaming WrestleMania? Yes, I will be live WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday. Looking forward to a good one. Looking forward to a good one. Pulling up with the strap. If Dom walks out of Mania with the IC title, yeah, it's going to be brutal. I'll tell you that right now. Kels, but 2 on said, my take on the Cavs team that had D Rose and D Wade. Overaged, under healthy, if you will. But it was a bad situation. It was a bad situation from the start. Because you bring in all these different names together. I think Isaiah Thomas was on that team as well. Was Jay Crowder there? No, I don't think Jay Crowder. There was one other guy that was there. It was Braun, Wade, Rose, Thomas, and there was somebody else that was there. Oh, Lord. It escapes me. But they were wasting their time, bro. They were wasting. Oh, Jay Crowder was there. Well, what do you know? Yeah, they were wasting their time. You just threw a bunch of, well, no, Kevin Love was there, obviously. But I mean, they were just wasting their time together. All right, I'll see you then, hang 'em hot. But yeah, they was wasting their time out there. Did I see that new Chargers, the fast new prospect for the Chargers with the body? Oh, you must be talking about Megan Thee Stallion, who was out there trying out alongside Cardi B with the Los Angeles Chargers. Final seconds of the first quarter. Giddy. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I said Giddy. It wasn't Giddy. Oh, damn. It was after the damn clock. Brother looked like Drake off Drake and Josh. Look at that gentleman looking like Drake off Drake and Josh. Whoa, chill out, man. Buzzills, did he get the ball out? Oh, I don't know. They might just overturn it. He just might have got it. I ain't going to hold you. He just might have got it. Captain said the fact that your Cavaliers have to wait to find out out of 3 times, wait to find out out of these 3 teams to face is stupid. NBA got to make their money somehow. Indeed, I don't like the play-in. I always thought the play-in was dumb, but here we are. Yeah, the young rookie, Drake, and the young Drake, if you will, putting in baskets. Hold on, wait a minute. We got a new recruit at the NFL Combine.
Dancing feet with that lower body. It's unbelievable. Look at the body. Look at that bubble butt. Thighs. I mean, they're power generators, right?
Yeah, I guess that must have been the individual for the Chargers that you were talking about. That must have been the individual for the Chargers you must have been talking about. Nonetheless, all right, let me get you guys some statistics right now in this game thus far. Leading scorer for Miami, Tyler Hero, 16 points already. First quarter, he's 6 of 6 from the field. Absolutely perfect. Andrew Wiggins already got 10. Miami leads by 11. They gave Chicago the basket, by the way. Josh Giddey leading the way for the Bulls with 13, 3, and 1. Nobody else has more than 6, and Kobe White is the individual on the Bulls with 6. Keep in mind, the Bulls are currently sitting at the 9 seed. A win here advances them to go and see the Atlanta Hawks on Friday for the right to play the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 1. But if the Bulls lose, it will be Miami taking on Atlanta for the right to take on the Cavs, most likely, I believe, on Sunday. So we shall see. William Smith put 10 on, said, do I think the Steelers will perform better this upcoming year, better than last year? Well, I would hope, but I really don't have high hopes. Dwayne put 5 on and said, all you're waiting for is Dominic to come out and Braun Breaker just legit spear him. Yes, indeed. I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. They had Kyle Korver too. Well, the more you know. They're going to have to go frame by frame on that replay. Looked like they already gave him the points. Colorado Reaper put 5 on and said, good to know that this is the first draft in a long time that you don't have to worry about a QB. Thank you, Bo Nix. Dixon said, as a Bulls, you want to win, but as a Bulls fan, you can't be more proud that we stepped up and started playing exciting ball again. Sometimes when your team is embarrassing to watch, when you finally start to make strides in the right direction, you can at least be a little happy about it. But I will say this much. I'm very disappointed in the lack of durability and health in Lonzo Ball's recovery. I thought his legs would be back, but it seemed like the Ball brothers they can't. The Ball family just having bad situations with their legs. Sorry, LeVar, I gotta say it, but it's just brutal, bruh. It's brutal. Only healthy Ball family member is Jello, and he might mentally be ill because he think he a gangster when he not. So it's bad for the Ball family right now. Tina recovering. LeVar Ball lost a leg, well, a foot, if you will. Lonzo struggling to get his legs to remain healthy. LaMelo got shut down for the season. And Jello swerved in the corner, whoa, whoa. So it's bad, bruh. Whole family need a senzu bean. 41-28 already. You don't even know why you extended him. Why the Bulls extended him. He ain't proved. He hasn't played more than 10 games in a row for a hot minute. And what's crazy was when he first got to Chicago that season, maybe not so much the first season with the trade. I think it was it must have been the following year when you guys were #1 in the East through, I think it was maybe 30 games. You guys were #1 in the East. Lonzo was fucking cooking. And then he got hurt. And the moment that he got hurt, I'm like, oh, well, that's it. That's it. And collectively, between both Ball brothers, they've made, I believe it's a little under $500 million between the two of them. Lonzo's contract, I think that puts him at, what was it? Matter of fact, let me see. What's Lonzo's total career? Lonzo Ball contract. Oh, it was a 2-year, $20 million extension. How much? Because I know LaMelo signed for like $230 something. Lonzo total career earnings. Oh, pardon me. I said it was almost half. Lonzo's total career earnings is $112 million. $112 million. LaMelo signed for a $200 million deal. So they're set regardless. Yeah, so he's going to get his bread when the time comes. So they're set. They're a 9-figure family already. MDJ Patua say, can I see the Steelers drafting Sanders or Dart? Well, they're not gonna be able to get all the way up there to get Sanders. He's gonna be off the board regardless. 47-30 is the score, bro. Miami's up by 17. Now, do I see them squandering the lead like what we saw yesterday from Golden State? Yes, because when it comes to fourth quarter, second half, double-digit leads, nobody blows them better than Miami. Miami is the Riley Reid. They are the I just saw a tweet of this lady's name. Oh my God, it's escaping me. Danger. I don't know her first name. But I know she's a corn star. They're the danger of the NBA. They find a way to perform elite blowjobs. Nobody. Loose. Yes. Alabama. Bella. That thing. Yeah. Nobody blows more double-digit leads in the second half than the Miami Heat. I will not crack a smile until I see there's under 3 minutes left to go and Miami's got a fucking 20-point lead. We find ways to lose. Whoa, what you talking about? Oh, yes. Oh, we got some gooners in the chat. Come on now. Brother got to relax. We find ways to lose. Every single year for maybe the last 6 years, Miami's had at least 10 double-digit blown leads in the second half. And when I say 10, or I should say, when I say double-digit lead, I'm not talking about just your regular routine 10-point lead. I'm talking about 15-point leads squandered, and we lose the game. LA blew a 19-point lead against in the fourth quarter, so it's possible. It definitely is possible. Like basketball, it's not what 15-point lead ain't what it used to be in the 2000s because you got more teams shooting threes. And for whatever reason, coaches don't want to use timeouts to end people's runs. Let me tell you something right now. A team going on a 9-0 run, there's not passing 9. I see you make 3 threes. Hey, timeout. You're not passing 9. Bro, what are we doing? They're on a 17-1 run. What do you mean 17? Timeout. What are we doing? Where's my whistle? Blow the whistle. Ref. Blow the whistle. Timeout. What are you talking about? 17-1 run? Where? They're on a 30. What was it? What was the run that the Bucks went on to come from behind against? Was it Denver? Like 3 weeks ago? A 30-3 run? What are you talking about? Timeout. What are you talking about? Bro, it's insane. Or was it OKC? No, it's the Timberwolves. Yes, it was the Timberwolves. Bro, what are we talking about? A 30 to what? Stop it. Timeout. Coach is dead. Just forget you could. Well, what if you use all the timeouts early? Fuck the early. Bro, we got to get shit figured out right now. You worried about what we going to do later on? We might not make it later on. It is absolute wild to me, bro. Will I watch Rollins Punk in the UFC? Would I watch it in the UFC? I mean, maybe. If marketed right. Fouled by Hero. 17-point lead right now for Miami over Chicago. Keep in mind, these 3 teams have met in the play-in each of the last 3 years. 2 years in a row, it was Miami that came out on top. Chicago still seeking that victory over Miami in the play-in, and right now it's not looking good. Oh, good steal. You got to get a bucket. Oh, my God. Bro, these two teams just looking, oh, my God, it's a 20-point lead. It's a 20-point lead. They don't even look like this is not playoff basketball. It's play-in basketball for sure, but that's a problem in and of itself. Dwayne for 5 said, what would I do to Lash Legend? What would I do to Lash Legend? Huh. Listen. Toss around the room. I'll tell you that right now. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good time. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers.
Rollins said he'd do it if Dana White put up the money for it. Oh my, that'd be interesting. Wolves in 5. I don't know about all that, but we shall see. Big Fat Paulie. It's a 20-point deficit for Chicago on their own home floor. Magic out there giving out the pack. Yeah, we got midway through, or we're approaching midway through, I should say, of the second quarter. Miami leading by 20. Chicago just don't look like they know what they're doing. Bro, everybody just super dribble, penetrate, and then throw it as far as you possibly can. What kind of offense is that? Bulls need a full rebuild. They got to figure out what they want. They're not running any sort of set on offense at all. Like, they just out there vibing. And the thing is, you don't got to actually run a set offense all the time. But if you're going to go and play basketball, at least look like you know what you're doing. Like 3 different dudes on the same possession, super dribble penetrate, and then throw it as far into towards the backcourt as you possibly, or I should say, towards the top of the key as you possibly can. That's just an incredibly confusing way to play basketball. If one person does it, okay. 3 people in a row, what are we doing? What are we doing? Nobody else cutting? Somebody go back door. Create a situation where the defense got to work. What are they doing? Okay. I guess they still go and jump ball again. Okay. Kobe White's supposed to score 23. At this rate, he could score 23, but the team only going to give you an additional 17. Zachary said, welcome to Bulls basketball. I mean, Jesus Christ. All right, let's see here. What's going on with the spacing? Somebody go set one. There you go. Bam, try a jumper. It's a brick. 22-point lead. Look at the Bulls offense. All right, there you go. Kobe White, try a floater. Can't get that one to go. Vujovic couldn't get the rebound. Back the other way we go. At least you're going to get a good shot attempt on ball. I should say on basket. Oh, Adebayo, there you go. Get a putback. Good Lord. A lot of fan bases, one of them gonna want new coaches after this playoff. That's a fact. They definitely will. Yo, nobody boxing out. They just chilling, bro. They ready to go on vacation. They ready to go. Nobody even look frustrated. You down by 22. Playoffs on the line, bro. Like, you got a chance to at least play, at best, 7 more games if you could play at your best. Well, actually 8, because you'd have to play for the next play-in game. Like, I know this is your job or whatever the case may be, but if basketball your passion, you get a chance to keep playing the game you love. Why not go out there and ball out? Oh, you should have took the jumper, bro. You trying to do too much, Mitchell. Damn. Oh, and 1. All right, Rook. I see you, Drake. If you open up your mind.
Gotcha, bitch.
Last son of Krypton 504 is now following.
Take some time to realize. But if you look inside, I'm sure you'll find. Come on, Drake. Come on, Drake and Josh. Get yourself a free throw. Come on, Drake and Josh. You can't tell me he don't look like Drake. Chill out, man. Well, that was a dangerous pass. Wide open 3. Bang! What's the beef between Drake and Josh? I don't think they have any beef anymore. They did down the line, but they had a podcast together. I saw it pop up on my reels. And then Drake actually got a bit emotional talking about how, well, of course, you know, he was abused and everything of that nature. And I guess Josh and everybody else didn't know to what extent, per se, but they were able to, whatever hatchet they had to go and bury, I believe they did. And now they're good, so. Wow. Good offense right there. Haywood Highsmith get himself a bucket, 23-point lead. Bro, it don't matter what Chicago does if these boys ain't gonna guard nobody. Good God almighty, bro. You got 4 points off the bench. Can somebody play some kind of basketball here? They gonna get boat raced if these dudes don't start playing some form of basketball here. But still, remember, it's the Miami Heat, so a double-digit lead really don't mean shit. Chicago could use Zion Williamson. I don't think so. Chicago got some good chefs out there. I don't think so. No disrespect. Zion need to go somewhere where the food not that great. Detroit, I'm looking at you. Zion got to go somewhere where the food ain't that good. Where motherfuckers ain't flying out to go get some motherfucking food. I'll tell you that right now. Send them somewhere where the chefs ain't, you ain't got no Michelin star restaurants or whatever the case may be. There's going to be some Detroiters. No, man, we got some, listen, I'm just saying in theory. In theory. How much coverage I'm going to do in the NBA playoffs? I'm going to try to go live at least once every single day, except of the days in which, there's a WWE stream. I underestimate Detroit style pizza. I had Detroit style pizza on 2 different occasions. It's Who's Miami's 1A? Tyler Hero. And Adebayo's 1B. Because Adebayo's not the primary scorer. Defensively, he's the 1A, but he's not the primary scorer, so. Send him to Portland. He could go out there. Send him to Portland. Have ever had NYC pizza? I'm from NYC. I've always had NYC pizza. Best in the country. Actually had a pizza slice today. Uh-oh. Did I rip the bottom of my Hokas? Bro, I bought this shit last week. Is Utah a real place? Unfortunately, yes. Will we hear the brick sound effects for the NBA Finals? Yes, indeed. Portland food is good. Well, then again, I was in Portland for a quick turnaround. I might be going back this year, just in case if we do the Portland Pickles baseball game again. I might just be out there again this year. So we'll see if we can get everything finalized. Shout out to 5 Point Vids, always setting the stuff up there. Is basketball my second favorite sport? Yes. Go see the fentanyl fountain if I ever go back. I'm not going to see no fentanyl fountain. What I look like going to see no fentanyl fountain? In fact, when I was in Seattle, they had a march on this overpass. I was driving underneath the pass. And they were pretty much marching, say no to fentanyl. Yeah, I do need to go to the batting cages. I'm not going to hold you. That swing that I had, that son of a bitch was ugly. I can't even say had. Swing that I have. That son of a bitch is ugly. So let everything get finalized. Bro, I'm going to have to do what I got to do. Can we get basketball recap videos? The NBA makes things a bit difficult. And the downside is there's a lot of redundancy in the game by game from what it is that you're seeing to a degree. But then again, the same can be said for football. So I'll see. But I'd like to keep it around the NBA Finals per se. Have I heard of tickle fighting? No, I haven't heard of anything like that. All right. Oh, wow. Look at the lack of defense. Them boys is completely confused. Them boys is completely confused. Honcho Batum said, will Brock make a cameo at WrestleMania? I don't see it happening. Have I heard of tickle fighting? No, I have not. Most attractive in Bianca or Jade, in my opinion. Josh said, hold on, bro. We got gas food out here. Don't do that. Got to try Buddy's Pizza. Best pizza on earth. Buddy's Pizza in Detroit? Who knows? I might find myself back out in Detroit. Izzy Dre put out another movie. I'm going to fly back out there for a premiere. Also, I got to link him. I kind of want to. I might send him some. I might see if I can send him some. Which place has the nastiest food? Nastiest food? I don't know. Number one food I've ever had in the country was in New Orleans. By the way, Chicago's still continuing to get cooked here. Oh, I definitely just ripped off one of the bottom pieces of this damn sneaker. I just bought this fucking sneaker, bro. This is my marathon sneakers I'm wearing right now, too. Look at the lack of rebounding and boxing out from Chicago, bro. Terrible. Did I see Japan set a world record of 402 terabytes per second speed? Really? Oh my. Golly, that's fast. Okay. Good Lord. Them boys got to relax. Fast ass internet. Wouldn't say nasty, but who going to North Dakota for food? Yeah, I've never been to the Dakotas. Yeah, the Bulls is getting smoked right now. They having a bad time. And the lead might make it to 25 before the end of the quarter. The Rays said, do I dare ask where the Miami team was during the regular season, or is this still going to be smoke and mirrors around the fourth quarter? It's highly plausible it could be smoke and mirrors around the fourth quarter. Keep in mind, Tyler Hero is still perfect from the field, but this could 110% be smoke and mirrors. And furthermore, look at the records between these two teams, and not even just look at the records. Consider how they played throughout the season. They are indeed, truly what their record says that they are. So it's not as if, oh, well, Miami's playing well right now. Put them up against Cleveland, I'm not going to see this performance. Put them up against New York, I ain't going to see this performance. So there is that. David said, so it means you can watch your Bulls get their ass whipped in high speed. By the way, David, what's the furthest? Because I had a few people who are deployed, current active military and retired military as well, pretty much let me know where they are stationed or the furthest they've been stationed. There was one gentleman on Instagram. He told me he's out in Germany. He's retired U.S. military. There was another guy who's currently in Cambodia. I don't think it's a matter of being stationed there, but he traveled out there. So I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Oh my God.
So I'm curious, for those who happen to be active military or retired military, where y'all currently at right now? Or I should say, what's the furthest that you happen to find yourself traveling to for the military? You're going to learn today, it said in Korea, SFE Army. Well, what do you know? There it is. Khalid said, you just turned on your TV. What the hell is this? It is the Bulls getting smoked. That's what it is. It's the Bulls getting smoked. They just having a bad time all together around. Oh, wow, you went to Australia? Golly. Okay. Camp Humphreys, South Korea? Damn. Matt said, your uncle went out there to Australia? DJ B. Silly just subscribed. Dixon said, you were stationed in Japan last year, settled down in Colorado. Okay. Colorado is beautiful. I went there 2 years ago to watch the Buffaloes versus the Trojans when it was Caleb Williams versus Shedeur Sanders. That was an awesome game. Great views, but I was only there for 2 days. But I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime. Oh, they're booing. They're booing Chicago right now. They're booing Chicago right now.
Gotcha, bitch.
420 Dumpster is now following.
Kobe White, where you at? I mean, he's the only guy who's in double figures, if I'm not mistaken, for Chicago. Oh, pardon me. No, he's not. Josh Giddey's also in double figures. In fact, he's still leading them in scoring with 13. Vujovic has 10, and that's pretty much it. Meanwhile, for Miami, you've got 23 from Tyler Hero, a perfect 8 of 8 from the field. Tyler Hero hasn't missed a shot. Bam Adebayo with 11. Andrew Wiggins with 12. Miami is shooting 58% from the field, 55% from three. They are out-rebounding Chicago by 5, out-assisting Chicago by 11. Good God. You getting out-assisted by 11 is ridiculous. What are y'all doing? Yeah, they getting cooked, bro. They getting cooked. Chicago didn't even come to play. Somebody got to wake them boys up, bro. Yeah, they giving them belt to ass right now. They giving them belt to ass right now. Shoney said that Chicago disappoints you, but you know they're rebuilding. Matt said, what about Detroit Urban Survival Training? I mean, he did take me to some place to go get some food. They weren't like spectacular with the food. It was just average. The Coney hot dog was cool, though. Furthest Midas said you went, it was Argentina, close to Marshall Islands. Oh, interesting. Space Ghost said you were stationed in Korea, settled down in Texas for now. All right. Assassin said that your grandfather was stationed in Japan after the war. Oh my, yeah, we got some distances traveled here. We got some distances traveled here. Stingray said if the Heat mess around and claim the 8th seed, you got to win and beat Atlanta first. What are the chances you pull in Cleveland in the first round? What are the chances? I think it's a clean sweep at best, a gentleman sweep. And that's Cleveland winning. I have zero faith we're going to make it through the first round. There's no reason for me to believe in that. I don't see Jimmy Butler that's there on our sideline anymore. So as far as I'm concerned, we cooked. Yup, that's a big fact, Edward. Real Heat fans know this game ain't over yet. Nobody blows more double-digit lead, let alone 20-point leads than Miami. How many have we blown in the last 6 years? Double digits every single season. If there's Heat fans on some, woo, we put belt to ass. We won the game. See, so we can say we putting belt to ass. That don't mean the game done.
14 grams.
Honcho Kofavona said that if put the Lakers in front of Chicago, they turn into a bunch of American snipers. Crazy how teams turn up for the Lakers. Well, it's not necessarily solely put towards the Lakers, to say the least, but I think Draymond Green had said it a few years back that sometimes it's difficult to get up for some teams versus when you get up for other teams. Vontae said, in all fairness, Jimmy wasn't there during the regular season when we played the Cavs, and those games were mad competitive, and you think we split the series. We'll see. We'll see. Because I think matchup-wise, if we play at our pace, the way we're playing at our pace today, I think we could try to match up with them. But if we play a half-court ball, I'm concerned. And it would legitimately take our best effort each game. We cannot afford to have a kind of game. I think Cleveland can have a kind of game and still be able to go and hang with us. But if they play their best, they might run us off the floor. Now, I know we're going to play with heart, we're going to play with hustle, but I have to see it, to be honest with you. I got to see it, because when we lost them 10 straight games, it was just some bad basketball. We turned it around, and I think we closed out the year, 7 of our last 10 we were able to go and get? Or was it 8 of the last 10? No, I think it was 7 of our last 10. But whatever the case may be, we'll have to see. Would I pull up to catch a game in Cleveland? Don't know if I've ever been. Have I ever been to Cleveland? No, I've never been to Cleveland. Last time I was in Ohio was my very first college football game. No, I went to Ohio my sophomore season too. Yeah, I went to Ohio my sophomore season too. So that was the last time when I played a football game in Ohio. That was the last time. We finished strong because of that week schedule? Yeah, well. Look at Udonis Haslam sitting there with pride. Udonis Haslam sitting there with a smile on his face. 17 points in the paint field goals. Golly. Chelsea Green has an OF. Chelsea Green has an OF. 71-47. The Bulls getting raw dogged worse than Bonnie Blue at this point. Well, whatever the case may be, right now, let me see if there's any additional statistics that could pull up over here. Miami shooting 58% from the field. Chicago shooting 44%. Miami's made 10 threes, 55% from the three-point line. Out rebounding Chicago by 3, out assisting them by 11. Fast break points, only 4 is the difference. But the points in the paint, 34 points in the paint from Miami. Chicago cannot guard inside whatsoever. They cannot guard inside whatsoever. KT Chris said it's the damn alligator meme right now for the Bulls. In fact, currently they're right now inside of the locker room, and they're asking questions. Hey, so what's the game plan for the second half, Kobe White? Who fits the Sun better, Coach Malone or Jenkins? Who would fit the Suns better? Well, for one, we got to figure out what the Suns team gonna look like next year. But to be honest with you, I would say more Jenkins than Malone for the Suns. I'd say more Jenkins than Malone for the Suns. Bulls losing by 20 plus at home. Michael Jordan gonna have them boys put to sleep for good. Hell, Jordan don't give a damn about them boys. I don't even know if Jordan has ever gone back to Chicago more than 5 times since retiring there. Or I should say after retiring from playing basketball, because you know he had to go and play over there. B. Skrill said, cancel the play-in altogether. This is trash. I actually agree with you. I don't like the play-in whatsoever. You can't convince me that the play-in is a good idea. Who that for life? Chris said you have to turn down the music whenever I play the alligator meme. The music behind it is disgusting work. Yeah, Jordan is a golf player at this point. Remember when Applebee's was an American staple of family restaurants? Where are all these Turkish restaurants coming from? I don't even think we have family restaurants in the United States no more, because we ain't even pushing family no more. I know it's not called singleism, if you will. There's a terminology for people essentially just primarily being single, or the rise of the broken family, whatever the case is. But we're not even really pushing family in America no more. Shit really sad. Again, Will said, I'm glad somewhat repaired our relationship with Wade, even though he's owning the Jazz. There should have been a minority stake in Miami. It's crazy that he would have to go to Utah to go and get that minority stake. It just doesn't make sense to me. Can we get an Orlando Magic song? They won yesterday. Well, copyright came from me, so I can't even bring it back. Andrew, yes, 110%. 110%. If Antonio and Le'Veon was healthy, bro, we would have ran. In my opinion, we would have been able to really contend for the Lombardi. Well, then again, no, I think we would have lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. But then that 2015 Patriot team was kind of weak. But they might have just messed around and got us, to be honest with you. But I think we could have had a chance. We don't got a quarterback yet. No, we don't. Will Smith said, besides my favorite Heat and Steeler teams, what are my personal Mount Rushmore of favorite world champions? I'll keep it primarily basketball and football. Mount Rushmore of favorite world champions. Okay. The 04 Pistons, 01 Lakers, 04 Pistons, 01 Lakers, 09 Saints, and I'll say I want to just go off of what I watched. '99 Rams. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Dallas. 2011 Mavs kind of got to be in there. So, yeah, so if I was to separate, and yeah, I like the 16 Cavs as well. Damn, yeah, see, it's tough. Boy. Going through. See, if you had one for basketball, one for football, that four that you recited right there, if I'm not counting my Heat in there, I like that. Pistons, Mavs, Cavs would be there, and then the Lakers in 01, they would all be there for me. And then if I had to put four for the NFL, not counting my Steelers, I would have the oh wait, I'm tripping. 02 Bucks. 02 Bucks. The 09 Saints. 13 Seahawks. And then I'll throw in the 21 Rams. Those are cool. Those are cool. Rockets with Yao Ming. Yo, it's crazy. If you bring up Yao Ming, the casual basketball fan probably don't even remember, son. That shit's crazy. People were talking about greatest centers of all time. Somebody mentioned Yao Ming, and people started clowning the fuck out of that person on Twitter. Now, granted, I don't think he should be in the conversation for like top 10 centers all time, but they try to make it seem as if homie was a straight up scrub and he was some sort of DEI into the Hall of Fame. I said, hold on. Wait a minute. What are we doing here? Y'all not about to sit here and make it seem as if Yao Ming is some sort of scrub. Hold on. Now, granted, injuries robbed that man of being able to be an absolute force for an extended period of time. But wait a minute. Yeah, people forgetting about Yao Ming already. It's crazy. People said Sean Marion is trash. Yeah, it's tough, man. I'm starting to feel like the older generation before us felt when people talked about players from like the 80s and 70s. Because you ain't see them, they must have been ass. I just don't get it. I've always said I refuse to discredit the generation that came prior to the generation that you saw coming up because it took them to aid you in advancing the game. Sean Marion Sean Marion's form was trash. The jump shot form was trash, but that don't mean he is. Oh shit, I might be coming up on 100 minutes. Oh, I got 20 more minutes and then I'm at 100. Okay. Second half is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you gonna foul this man on a three-pointer? What are we doing? Come on, man. Damn. What are you doing? Grandpa still talked about George Mikan as a top 15 player. Because when you get a chance to watch certain players play, they leave that impression on you. And furthermore, you compare it to what it is that you saw. Like Mikan was amongst the greatest, if not the greatest of all time when he played. Now, granted, if you just take Mikan and everything that he did and just drop him in the era of today, of course he's not going to be able to hang. A bunch of the new things that happen have never been introduced. But if you now put him in this era, but you have him with the same kind of pay, the same kind of sports science, the same kind of training, the same kind of nutrition, the same kind of new facilities, the same kind of freaking, regimens, well, he could probably be exponentially better than what he was. So it's just, it's nauseating to listen to the conversations that people have about different eras because they make it seem as if you could just pick somebody up and just drop them in some shit and that makes sense because it doesn't. It never works like that. It's not a video game where you just plug and play and just put somebody in there. There's so many different things that go into, account. Derek in the building, what's going on? Watch out for Butch Magnus. Hey, I got my head on a swivel. I got my head on a swivel. Oh, good rebound, Bam. Still a 21-point lead right now. Only 3 points thus far in this quarter. Is there a skip button to the fourth quarter when the Heat plays? Well, I guess we got to wait 12 minutes. Wide open three-point attempt. Oh, it's a brick. Oh, now we got fouls on the floor. Damn, Miami already forgetting how to play basketball. Miami already forgetting how to play basketball. You like Danny Granger's back when he played? You got to put a comma in there. But, yeah, Danny Granger was cool. Well, then again, you don't need a comma in there. I'm tripping. I put a fucking breath in there. That's my fault. I'll take that back. Ronnie Brewer. Well, I don't know if Brewer would be in that conversation with everybody else. But I remember Ronnie Brewer. No. Was it Ronnie Brewer? Corey Brewer? Whatever the case was, there was a miscellaneous, 51-point game from a Brewer. Was it Ronnie Brewer? Corey Brewer? I forget. But there was a miscellaneous 51-point game. I'll never forget that. The weirdest fucking tuning into a game. Man's dropped 51. I said, what? Oh, it was Corey Brewer. Yeah, it was Corey Brewer. Miscellaneous 51-point game out of nowhere. I said, what? Where did this come from? Where the hell did this come from? Yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, you can't forget Mike Miller. .6-0 run to start out the quarter. Yeah, Miami already bumming it up. Miami already bumming it up. Wilson Chandler, that's a pull. Joe Johnson's not anything crazy. Joe Johnson can mess around and end up in the Hall of Fame, believe it or not. So Joe Johnson's not somebody who's going to mess around and get forgotten. At least not for another 10, maybe 15 some years. It's going to take a little bit more for them to start forgetting about Joe Johnson. Jermaine O'Neal, some people might know. Josh Smith, people might start forgetting about Josh Smith. Jermaine O'Neal, give it some time. Peja Stojakovic, no, I think Peja's shooting and it's a little bit more difficult for for the international players to a degree to mess around and get forgotten. But Peja was a fucking sniper. If people talk about Peja wasn't that good, hey, slap in the face. Slap in the face. You got my support. This man missed both his free throws. What are we doing? We 0-5. All right, finally we getting some points on the board. They forgot about James Jones. Shit, I would too. Tyler Hero, good pass. Bam Adebayo, good finish. Kevin Martin, Chandler Parsons stealing money. Enron University graduate. Jerry Stackhouse is still remembered. Jerry Stackhouse was all right. P.J. Brown, motherfuckers is forgetting for sure. They gonna think he a character on a television show. What P.J. Brown, what kind of name is that? Shout out to him, he a champion with that 08 Celtics team. Carlos Boozer. Ricochet of the NBA. Raymond Felton, fat as hell now. Bro, I saw a photo of Raymond Felton. I said, what is going on, bro? What the hell is going on? Raymond Felton, fat as hell now, bro. God damn, that brother let himself go. He said, I ain't playing ball no more. Great, I'm never going to work out again. Raymond Felton, fat as hell. Oh, yeah, I got some names in here. No, it's Adrunas Ilgauskas. People ain't going to forget because he's directly tied to LeBron. Lou Dang was stealing money for like 5 additional years. Junior said that your baby mother is related to Raymond Felton. Oh, is she? Well, damn. She related. Tell her stop feeding him. If she feed him, and if she's not the one who feed him, tell her to tell whoever the fuck feeding Raymond Felton to stop feeding him. You too damn big. Michael Redd, good pulls I'm seeing over here. Yo, I got some good names up in there. Darren Collison, Hito Turkoglu, Michael Redd, Jamal Mashburn, Monte Ellis, Sean Livingston. Nah, nobody gonna forget about Sean Livingston. That goddamn mid-range elite. Homie ain't miss. Kirk Heinrich, that's a good pull. Rafer Alston, Skip to Malu. Yes, indeed. Antoine Walker, dumbass going broke, losing all your damn money. You stupid motherfucker, you. Brandon Roy, Jesus Christ, what he could have been if he never got all them injuries. Oh, get dunked on. Here comes Chicago. I see you, Jake and Josh. I see you, Drake and Josh. Young Rook just dunked on that man. Ben Gordon, Nate Robinson. Okay, so now I'm naming some bulls over here. Dangerous pass. Got to get yourself a bucket. Oh, Tyler Hero about to miss his first shot of this game. Nope. Burks, brick, rebound. Here come the Bulls. What I tell you. This game ain't over. This game ain't over. Nene, Spreewell, Rashard Lewis, Rudy Fernandez. Oh, all I do is hit threes. Oh, y'all naming some names here. Sabonis daddy. I mean, I see you, Drake and Josh, making plays. It's gonna take some time to realize. I see you making plays with your neon green shoes. Take them to the cup. White on white violence. Let me give you an order of lays, sir. I see you, Drake and Josh. Reggie Evans. I saw that dude in the big three. Gerald Wallace is a pull. Gerald Wallace is a pull. Some folks done forgot about Gerald Wallace. I'm not going to hold you. Because you talk about the Charlotte Bombcats, there's people who probably don't even remember that was a franchise. Steve Novak. Woo! White man in the corner. 3. Oh, I said realize instead of reline. Oh, realign. My bad. I said realize instead of realign. My bad, fam. Nick Van Exel with the long socks. Nick Van Exel with the long socks. What's the score? 76-59. How do I know that? It's right here. The score's right here. Tyler Hansbrough, Shannon Brown, LetHimFly.com. I wonder if that website's still live. LetHimFly.com. Carrie Kittles. Oh, y'all got some names up in here. Yo, y'all pulling out the names of the 2000s. Y'all got the names of the 2000s. Jameer Nelson. Gotcha, bitch.
Here on part is now following.
Earl Boykins. Adam Morrison. Oh, Ron Harper, we going into the 90s. Anthony Murrow, Jose Calderon, DJ Mabenga, bitch ass. Oh my God, that used to be. This dude was hilarious. Mabenga was one of the funniest players to ever play with on 2K, bro. You talk about 2K generic backup center who look like they got no business being on a basketball floor. Oh my God. When I used to play 2K, I was never that great. Like I never played online, but whenever I played against my other friends who was also ass at the game, they were a bit just more ass at the game than I was. I would if I knew I could beat you, if I'm playing with the Lakers, I'm putting up 30 with Mabenga. If I'm playing with the Heat, I'm giving you 30 with Joel Anthony. As the ultimate side of disrespect. Oh my God, those were fun ass days. Those were some fun days. Weekend, school finished, football season done. We playing fucking 2K on the Xbox 360. I'm giving you 30 with DJ Mabenga. Kenneth Faried. Which is better, NBA 2K or NBA Live? I thoroughly enjoyed NBA Live more, but I could get why folks would end up saying 2K, but I think 2K now is ass. I haven't played a 2K game since 2K18, and that was only because my brother had the game, so. Corey Maggette. Funny enough, he's still balling now. Obviously not in the NBA. Corey Maggette's got to be like 52, 53. But he's killing it on Instagram. I think I saw him in the, no. He wasn't in the Big Three still playing. Oh, was he? It escapes me. But he's still balling now. You go to his Instagram, he's still balling. Eddie House, Aaron Baines. Vladimir Radmanovic. Rasho Nesterovic. Slava Medvedenko, Kwame Brown. All right, come on, Miami. Get yourself a bucket, please. Please, please, get yourself a bucket. All right, there you go. Tyler Hero continuing the streak. Biggest bust of all time, Anthony Bennett. Ain't that the truth? Trajan Langdon. Wow. Wow. Roy Hibbert. 7-3. Wasting time. No homo. $25,000. TJ Ford. Chris Kaman. Woo! Footwork. Mr. Footwork. I remember the year he went to the All-Star game. I was so happy. I was so happy. I'm like, it's not a popularity contest across the board. We got some folks who's actually going to work that's out here making it. Because I remember for a couple of seasons going into that, I think that was 2013. Might have been 2012 or 2013 for Chris Kaman going to the All-Star game. But there was like a super streak where the fan vote would be voting the most obscure individuals from the most popular teams. Larry Snow, or Al Snow. Andre Miller. No. See, you done messed it up, Game Hunter. You wanted to go and mention Popeye Jones. We're done. You wanted to go and mention Popeye Jones. We're done. I had enough of the Popeye Jones. Get Popeye Jones up out here. Enough. You mentioned Popeye Jones. We're done. There's no more fun. No more fun. You want to mention Popeye Jones? We're done. All right, midway through the third quarter, Miami's still leading by 18. No, they're not. It's down by 15 now. Or I should say they're only up by 15. Chicago's on the way. Chicago's on the way. Miami ain't playing no basketball. They 3 of 12, now 3 of 13 in the quarter. They've scored a total of 7 points. Chicago has already scored 16. Hey, you might want to call timeout, Spoelstra. You might want to call timeout, Spoelstra. The Bulls done cut the deficit down to 15. Been outscored 16-7 in the quarter. Kelly said, how was that first marathon? It was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. But I'm not going to lie. It was a fun experience. To look back and reminisce just a few days prior, I'm out here doing what 1% of the globe's population has ever done was kind of cool. And furthermore, knowing that I done raw dog the entire thing, because I've been getting nothing but running content on my Instagram feed for, I want to say, the last month and a half. And then now, post-marathon, I've been getting so much running content, it's insane. And people talking about them overcoming, you know, demons in the midst of the race. When you make it to between mile, 17 to 24, it being the most difficult kind of feeling, people's body giving up on them and everything of that nature. And then to actually see it myself. Bro, if I forgot, I literally envisioned taking my glasses with me, my Meta glasses with me to go run with it so I could record as I was actually running. I forgot them, and I didn't remember until I was already in the midst of the race. If I brought this with me, bro, I could have made a fucking 10, 15 minute some length video. But I only got pictures. Now, granted, I can deliver a play-by-play of what happened throughout the entirety of the race, but I kind of wish I had the footage. Midway through the third quarter, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Miami is led by as much as 25 points, but that ain't going to be the case for long. Jalen Green commercial. That ain't going to be the case for long, because we soon going to end up squandering the doggone lead. I would not be surprised. By the way, show of hands in the chat. 1 in the chat if you believe Miami's going to blow this lead. 2 in the chat if you think Miami won't. 1 in the chat if Miami's going to blow the lead. 2 in the chat if you don't think Miami, if Miami won't. I'm seeing 1s. I'm also seeing 2s. I'm seeing more 2s than 1s, though. They gonna blow the lead but still win? All right. Let's see. We coming back from this here timeout. Miami better put together a fucking run right here. There you go. Get yourself a bucket. Start out the quarter strong. Chicago gonna do Chicago things and lose this game? All right, we're approaching 4 minutes left to go here in this quarter. One of these teams will be eliminated from playoff contention and written into the death note. Will it be Chicago? Will it be Miami? Oh, good spin move. Come on, Mitchell, you got to get an attempt up. Bam out here taking corner threes. What are we doing? God damn, what a block. Okay, Highsmith. Super fucking block right there. Golly. Get that the hell up out of here. Uh-oh. Oh, I made it to 100 minutes? Damn. Okay. Did I get my steps? Oh, this shit says 9,100 steps. Hour 40. I should have the 10,000. Damn. Winner plays Cleveland. Yeah, the winner plays Cleveland. No, pardon me. The winner, the winner gets the opportunity to play Cleveland because they got to play against Atlanta on Friday. Winner has to play against Atlanta on Friday. Let me take off my marathon shoes. Definitely ripped a bottom of my damn Hoka. I bought these shoes literally last week. Look at this. Look at this. I bought this shit last week. What are we doing? If I had super glue, I'd glue the bottom of this shit. I'm sick. I'm probably gonna have to cut this joint. It is what it is. Refund. Ain't no way you going. Yeah, I ran a marathon in your shoes. I'd like to get a refund, please. Am I going live for the NFL draft? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But final 4 minutes here of this quarter. Oh, I gotta bring this walking pad out of the room. I get an opportunity. Nonetheless. Oh, damn, big foul right here. Miami going to keep possession, still leading by 17. Welcome. Oh, Alex said, welcome back. How was vacation? Vacation was cool. Hawaii was awesome. I enjoyed Hawaii. I liked it. I liked Hawaii. It was nice. Expensive, though. Hawaii is incredibly expensive. Bring less clothes, bring more money. That's what I can tell you right now. Bring less clothes, bring more money. Next time, go to Honolulu. I was only in Honolulu to connect on my flight to come back to New York. Pat Riley in the cut chilling. He don't need to be chilling. He need to be cutting deals to get people over to Miami. What are we doing, bro? We not playing basketball with the intensity that we had in the first half, but I'm not surprised. Alec Burks trying a three-pointer. That was a super brick.
Gotcha, bitch.
Delbush is now following.
I appreciate you. Burks with the block indeed. Good block right there by Burks. Way to get your hands up, find the basketball. Will I be walking to your house in Virginia? I don't know about walking to your house in Virginia. Eric said, brother, you should have come to Honolulu. Would have been a movie for real. I plan on coming back to Hawaii, for sure. It's just a matter of when, not a matter of if you will. But definitely need my pockets to recover from that trip. Next commercial break, I gotta let LeBron dance. I gotta use the bathroom. Take a piss. Adebayo been asked with the mid-range. Yeah, he needs to go and get in contact with Kevin Garnett or something. Because that mid-range jumper is not automatic, and it needs to become automatic. Because if Adebayo can have an automatic mid-range jumper, bro, he's going to be a problem. He's already a spectacular defender. Should have been the defensive player of the year. But he needs that mid-range jumper to become automatic. Heat are in a weird spot long-term. Yup. They are, because you legitimately don't necessarily have the nucleus for a team going long-term. You're going to need to make some trades and make some moves. Proud Prince with 2 on said, you'll teach me how to speak, I don't want to say pigeon, but to the locals. But I don't know how I'd pronounce that. Pigian? How would I sound that out? Lord said the diamonds is dancing. I don't know so much about diamonds. Well, would moissanite be considered some form of, or whatever the hell the stone just so happened to be? But yeah, they can dance from time to time. They can dance from time to time. Will the Heat finish strong? We'll see. Right now, they got to push that lead back up to 20. Good pass. Lost basketball. They want to keep trying these transition threes. Whatever, like Chris said, oh, I got to get me a Rosetta Stone. Well, there it is. Yeah, White gets fouled. He's going to the line. Oh, the bird. Well, what do you know? Some speak pigeon. Tyler immediately comes back, and they know how to play offense again. Surprise, surprise. So they desperately need that man on the floor. 14 out there. Motherfuckers is not dropping baskets. CA probably using Google Translate all the time. Well, nah. I mean, the people was they were speaking regular English to a degree. Now there were some folks that were speaking in different languages or whatever the case may be, but it wasn't as rampant, so it was pretty easy to communicate. Moise and I hit harder than diamonds and cheaper than diamonds. Good choice. Yup, indeed, because I wasn't about to overpay for a damn stone that really ain't gonna be worth nothing. Especially because the diamond really, the worth is on the resale. Why am I reselling a custom chiseled Adonis chain? That makes no sense. So why would I want to overpay for it? That joint, it's foolish. Like a lot of times, people got to recognize that when they go out there and they say they do something for themselves, they really doing it for others. They're really doing it for others. Because I've always said that, like, bro, okay, cool, yo, you want a luxury car for yourself? Do you really want it for yourself? If that was the case, let's just say you don't really drive nowhere. You're just gonna go and enjoy the car? Nah, you want motherfuckers to see you. So you're really doing it for other people. Now, if you really enjoy, the vehicles and things of that nature, then by all means, but there's a whole lot of people who live their whole life just trying to get the validation and appreciation from strangers and or maybe from their peers. I'm not one of them guys. So like I saw a trend on Instagram where people was posting they diamond certificates and all this other stuff, talking about my shit ain't moissanite. Yeah, my shit real. Yeah, I got that. I'm like, fam, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. But some folks need that validation. It's like if they was a millionaire but nobody knew, they'd be miserable. There's a lot of folks, don't let that go over your head. There's a lot of folks where if they had bread but nobody knew that they had bread, they'd be miserable. For them, what matters most is having people know that they got it versus just having it. But that's neither here nor there. Let me run to the bathroom, go take myself a piss. Let me let LeBron dance for a bit. Ain't no chair for y'all to talk to. Well, until I come back, I'm gonna sit down. But let LeBron dance on the loop. I'll be right back. Let me go use the bathroom. Final minute of the third quarter. Oh, shit. Everything falling right now. Lead back up to 20, but not for long. Now they got free throws being made and shit. Did I see Colorado's retiring Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders numbers? Ridiculous. Travis Hunter, I can understand. Shador, I don't know about all that. Let me sit down for the fourth quarter. If he wasn't Deion's son, his jersey would not be getting retired. Nonetheless, here we are. All right. Fourth quarter on the way, ladies and gentlemen.
$9.99 biscuit $9.99 is now following.
Okay, we good. But I missed QB Zesty. No, I saw him right before I left. QB Zesty in the building. Caleb Williams is here. That was a terrible pass by Duncan Robinson. There's a bucket. There's a bucket. Here come the Bulls. Oh, wait. Here come the Bulls. Hero with a brick. Bang! Here comes the Bulls. They cut their deficit down to 14. That's how you get yourself a bucket right now. They closing out the quarter strong. Closing out the quarter strong. The Bulls outscoring the Heat to close out the third quarter. THT making buckets. Listen to the crowd. They making some noise out there. They making noise in Chicago. They making noise in Chicago. Let me give you guys some statistics as we're getting ready for the fourth quarter. Right now, Bam Adebayo is on the verge of a double-double. One more rebound. He's got himself a double-double. Tyler Hero, 31 points, 11 of 15. Bam Adebayo with 15, Andrew Wiggins with 15. Meanwhile, for Chicago, when they outscored Miami by 10 in this quarter, 27-17, it's Josh Giddey with 20, Herter with 10, Kobe White with 17, Vujovic with 12, and Bazelis with 9. Only downside is off the bench. Talen Horton-Tucker's turnaround jumper just now was the 6th point from Chicago's bench. It's been all Chicago starters. They're getting absolutely nothing from their second unit. So legitimately, if the starters ain't putting up points, bro, they are struggling right now. So we're getting ready for the final quarter. Loser gets eliminated. Winner stays alive. Bam with 15 is inexcusable. Yeah, THT is out here still playing basketball. Remember when motherfuckers thought he was about to be a problem for the Lakers? You should have never traded him away. He would have been a legitimate piece. Man's been wasting away. Yeah, so no, we gotta wait till we come back from commercial break, then we're gonna sound the alarm. Heat better lock in 14-point. Yep, 3 ain't enough. That's a fact. 14-point lead ain't shit in basketball. I would not be surprised if Chicago erases that deficit. Daniel said, am I going to do a video of the pastor? The pastor, which pastor? What pastor? Close the doors. Marvin Sapp? Wasn't it 40 grand, Marvin Sapp? I might. You know what? Let me write down Marvin Sapp. Put this on the desktop. Time for the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what time it is. Sound the alarm. Gentlemen, we've arrived at the final period of this game, where the Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat play for the right to advance for one opportunity to make it to qualify in the NBA playoffs against the Atlanta Hawks this Friday. 3 straight years these two teams have met in the play-in. 2 straight years it was Chicago taking a loss and Miami advancing. But will year 3 be the lucky year for Chicago, or will it be the same old story with Miami advancing to another opportunity to keep their playoff hopes alive? Will it be Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, and Andrew Wiggins who advance, or will it be Kobe White, Josh Giddey, and the Chicago Bulls who get the job done? Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to the fourth quarter. By the way, I hope you guys saw that statistic. 15 fourth quarter losses from Miami this season when they lead by double digits. 15, or I should say coming into the fourth quarter with the lead. 15 blown leads in the fourth quarter from Miami this season. And guess what? That's not a foreign statistic. They've done it numerous seasons. 13-point deficit right now for Chicago. Yo, they keep wanting that Kobe three-pointer in transition. You're not going to get it. Lone Wolf said, do you need an ID to get paid on the hub? Where is that coming from? Where is that coming from? I believe I did have my ID loaded in order to go and get my payment. How much did I make on there? $282? I forget. Whatever the case was, I did get paid for uploading. It's still mind-boggling to me how much time has since passed since that era of the Chiseled Adonis, where folks wouldn't even have known that I had to upload videos over there because I kept getting blocked. Crowd making noise. I don't know if they're piping in noise either, but oh, Tyler tried a three. Oh, wow, gets it to fall, but they're going to call it offensive. Yup. They're going to say he kicked his foot out. Yup, they're going to say he kicked his foot out. Tyler Hero saying he wants to challenge. And my knees still killing me from the marathon. There's still a feeling of a bone on bone from time to time when I move around. Hey, I'm not gonna hold you. I think this is gonna be a successful challenge. I think this is gonna be a successful challenge. Because he was already in the midst of the kicking, and then after the fact he hit the leg. I think this is gonna be a successful challenge. I think this is going to be a successful challenge. And now the hub is blocked in some states. Bro, I got blocked and deleted off the hub. Them talking about, yo, I'm uploading consensual video. I'm like, sir, do you recognize what website we on? You got non-consensual in the title of some of these goddamn videos. I'm uploading commentary. Lone Wolf said, "You gonna sign up, sir? You gotta relax." Best first round series, in my opinion. Wolves Lakers is a good one. Wolves Lakers. Matter of fact, let me see here. I would say
And 14 grams of cocaine.
Wolves Lakers, Rockets Warriors. Actually, no. Wolves Lakers, Nuggets Clippers.
Sell it.
Rockets Warriors, I don't think it's going to be as entertaining. But Wolves Lakers, Rockets Warriors. No, pardon me. Wolves Lakers, Nuggets Clippers. Jalen Patuan said thoughts on recent Saints news and picks for Mania. I have no actual thoughts on Saints news because I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. Pacers Bucks. There's gonna be no Lillard, so it's just gonna be Giannis having to, will the squad. I don't think it's gonna be as entertaining. I think it's gonna be an average series. But picks for Mania, Friday night SmackDown stream. I got you. Carr needs surgery for his shoulder. Damn. Yeah, Kelly, that's a fact. Got banned on Linktree. Who you know got banned on Linktree? No, I'm only disappointed because I'm not going to see Dame. Bucks coming off 9 straight. He's trying to get cleared for game 2. We shall see. Unsuccessful? Wow. They eliminated the three-pointer. That's 4 fouls on Tyler Hero now. Damn, I'm sick. Golly, okay. Come on now. Oh, Josh Giddey inside. Brick. Nuggets need Murray healthy. Joker, gonna be Joker, but when Murray is healthy, they're a championship team. I agree. Kind of Steve Nash-like basketball was that? Just dribble around the world. Andrew Wiggins trying to, Tyler Hero just got to throw some up. Okay, that's how we get the ball back. Good job. Gets fouled. He's going to the line. Let's pick it. Get some more points. Devious said no pick'ems for this game. Ironically, no, I completely forgot to do them. Jimmy Butler would have helped the Heat get a positive record, indeed, but it is what it is. Still remember the 4 What Son used to do after the videos? Yeah, that's a long time ago. Come on, son. All right, 15-point lead here for Miami down the stretch. 8:30 left to go in this game. Chicago just, why are they not moving? Yo, they're not moving, folks. What are they doing? What great defense from Davion Mitchell. Golly. What great defense right there. There we go. Get you a bucket. There we go. All right. All right. Yeah, good defense by the Heat thus far. Now back up to 17. Chicago got a bucket. Yeah, we back in position here. All right, we in business. We back in business now. THT tried a three, brick. Mitchell playing like he's back at Baylor. Yeah, he's playing good basketball right now. He's playing very good basketball right now. Layup inside. No, it's a break, but he's going to the line. Tyler Hero able to go and draw the foul on Bazelis now. Oh, Kelly been a member for 3 years now. How cool is that?
Gotcha, bitch.
Mookie_J is now following.
Oh, you want to challenge the foul call? Well, 7 minutes left to go here in this game. You said be right back. Joy me is live. Who's that? Joy me. Oh, Instagram. Okay. Oh wow, 595K followers. What the hell does she do? Oh, she's got to ask. Okay. Wait, let me click in it. There's a link tree, and of course she has an OnlyFans. All right, and she's 46,000. Okay, sir, you're a gooner, bro. Lone Wolf, get off of the hub, sir. Get off of the hub, sir. Get off the hub, sir. Get off the hub, sir. This game over. Am I covering the Mavs Kings? Nah, I'm only live for this one. Because I'm not going to have the energy for the next one. Golly. But we've got 7 minutes left to go here in this game. Miami leading by 15 right now. Well, I should say 17, actually. Somebody better tell Chicago to get their head out their ass. They really struggling right now. No form of offense whatsoever. Loser gets eliminated. Winner advances to go play the Atlanta Hawks on Friday.
Congratulations.
Space Ghost, 8 months. I appreciate you.
Space Ghost 2040 just resubscribed for 8 months.
Justice said people still think that Wilt's 100-point game didn't happen when it's a screenshot on the internet that actually tracked his points. People don't believe that it ever happened because the and Jen Wilt, no, I've never won with the t-shirt toss. Only time, well, actually, have I ever got the t-shirt toss at a game? I don't think so. I had gotten a shirt from when I went to the WNBA parade. They gave me a shirt. It wasn't necessarily tall. She walked over and gave me the shirt. When we were in Georgia to watch Georgia versus Kent State, my old high school teammate had gotten mossed for the shirt. I don't recall if they ever had thrown the shirt and I got it. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. But the to answer the question, yeah. So Justin, yeah, people don't believe that the 100-point game happened because there's footage from like the 1930s or the 40s or whatever, but they don't recognize like, yo, not everything was televised during that era in 1962. Not everything was televised. So they had some games that was on TV, they had other games that weren't. Wilt's game was just one of those that weren't. And because the vast majority of those, if not everybody who was alive and at that game is since dead, now it's easy to go and make a claim, hey, it never happened. But there's video evidence of people who were there who tell you about what transpired. And then furthermore, why would they lie and embolden Wilt's mystique as a black man in Philly in 1962? It don't make sense. Like, that'd be ludicrous. 18-point lead right now for Miami. If Chicago can't cut it by 4-minute mark, people are going to start leaving. Yeah, White is having a bad day, bro. He's just off. Am I going live for a playoff game before WrestleMania on Saturday? Nah, I'm going straight for WrestleMania Saturday. You said you want to see the footage? Shit. I got to get the Invisalign. But that's like $3,300. Hero with the most points in the play-in in Miami Heat history. Yeah, Hero's got what now? 36? Hero has 38. He might go for 40. One more basket, he gets 40. Jimmy Butler had 38 yesterday. Tyler Hero might have to go for 40. It is Tyler Hero inside. There he is, got himself 40. Oh, pardon me. That was a basket that got him 38. That was a basket that got him 38. Okay, Tyler Hero. Son said, take their ass home. That's how you get yourself a bucket. If they keep living by shooting threes, they're going to die by that threes. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Now they down by 20 again. Fans going to start piling out now. Tyler Hero with a spectacular game. 13 of 18, 38 points. Colby White, just an atrocious 5 of 19 shooting performance tonight. Just all bad. Yeah, get them boys to Mexico. Fun fact, I got to go to Mexico. I've never been there. And I'm probably going to go there in August. Might go to Cabo. So I've never been to Mexico. Now might be the time to go to Mexico. Where's Shannon Sharp when you need him? That's not your baby Michelle. 123 Cancun. Yeah, you could definitely say the Shannon Sharp treatment is being bestowed upon the Chicago Bulls right now because is exactly what's transpiring. What is the Miami Heat doing to Chicago Bulls? They're giving it to them boys right now. And in less than 5 minutes, it's going to be
1, 2, 3 Cancun.
They're going to Galveston. Well, there it is. Cabo, Mexico City. I don't know how to pronounce that. But autumn is cool. Say less. All right. Hold on. Wait. Up. Good inbound. No basket still. They can't seem to score. They can't score. Yup. Fans going to start dipping right now. I don't even know if they want to clap it up for their squad. People going to start cheering, beat the traffic. Beat the traffic. Send the Bulls to Cleveland. Not going to lie, as a Heat fan, you're still pissed. All this to more than likely go out 4-1 versus the Cavs. Oh, Bad Boy said you had some of your friends try to go to Mexico last month. They were stuck in immigration for 2 days. Don't do it. Damn. Really? Shit. What ended up happening? Somebody forgot their passport or something? Cavs sweep Miami. Oh, they were waiting for some free food. Okay. The fans getting free food because Sun missed the free throws? What are they going to do here? Okay, good pass out there. Davion Mitchell corner. There's Wiggins. Bang. Yeah, that's pretty much it right there. They might as well just cruise. You know, offensive foul right there. Yeah, just let him cruise. Let him cruise. Let that clock run. Nobody foul each other. Let that clock run. Bulls getting blown out worse than Lily Phillips Harlot during a 300-man gangbang. It's only a matter of time before she tries that. Oh, Tyler Hero was trying to get himself to 40. Finally, the Chicago Bulls get a basket, but it didn't matter? Absolutely not. Just taking straight up L's here. Hopefully the refs swallow their whistle and don't call nothing, because there's no way for the comeback to happen now. Just look at the body language of Chicago. They're like, all right, well, I guess that's it. Oh, Bam is just taking threes? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, send the Bulls to the death note indeed. They can't get their threes to fall. 3 straight years, the Bulls going to fall in the play-in to Miami. That's got to be frustrating, bro. I can't even hold you. I'd high-key be angry. I'm losing to the same team every single time in the play-in. The same team. Bulls and Mavericks getting eliminated today. Colby Wright, welcome to Cancun indeed. Oh, they wanted to send them to the line so they could get out the game. Not even a Homer Goku crash shot can help these Bulls. Yeah, it's not happening. They getting packed. Edgar in the building. What's good, Bram? Bulls making the Stallion ass. Yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. Because Miami traveled to Chicago and they gave them.
Pick all in your stomach. Pick all in your stomach. Pull your hair, slap your ass. Bitch, you better not do no running. I say dick down. Think you down, pick you down, pick you down.
I don't know why that brother was so fucking aggressive in that whole situation, but that's what happened. That's precisely what ended up happening. Yeah, they said, forget the game. Let's just give somebody else their flowers right now. Yeah, no fouls, no dead balls, no out-of-bounds. Just let that clock run all the way out. Look at the Bills fans just dipping immediately. It said, to hell with possibly clapping for our squad. We don't give a damn about that. Andrew Wiggins lay up inside. You can hear the Bulls now sounding like Sasha Banks on the floor. Indeed. They're having a bad time. Chicago fans who bet on their hometown Bulls getting a W, like, damn. They're going to be in the crib, or I should say in the vehicle. Angry as hell. Angry as hell. You know they mad. Insert slow-mo getting fouled. Josh Giddey sick. Look at the fans. They all dipping. Look at the fans. They all dipping. They say, I'm going home. They sick right now. All right, Bulls and Kings up next. Oh, I said Bulls and Kings. Mavs and Kings up next. Although I'm going to watch the game, I ain't going to be live for it. I'm probably only going to watch the first half, maybe first 3 quarters, and I'm knocking out. Imagine having your season end by the same squad 3 years in a row. Quinn said, you pray these games this game get better? Well, we shall see. Referee might as well not even touch the whistle for the rest of the time here. Just go ahead. You got 2 more possessions. Just dribble the goddamn clock out. Just dribble the goddamn clock out. Josh Giddey didn't have his pregame minor chat, if you know. Well, Adonis coffee's crazy. But 4th straight season they're playing for it. Yep. Just Miami loved that 8th seed. In love with that 8th seed for no goddamn reason. Yeah, you got to put the fries in the bag right now because Chicago got treated like Rey Mysterio when Big Show got a hold of him.
Oh!
Just having a bad time. Oh, super air ball. God damn.
You know what? I'll tell you this. Just put the fries in the bag, bro. You washed.
And 3, 2, 1. That's all she wrote. Wherever to clear out my Instagram reels. Clear them out? And filter it out? Well, not really. Well, actually, yeah, it's more marathon running and then I guess there's a bunch of relationship content that has since popped up on there now, but the harlots have since dissipated. It's not as rampant as it was prior. They'll have that clap Miss Lady show up or something like that, but then I'll just immediately click on the non-interested, and then they'll end up showing like an advertisement for sneakers or some shit like that. But whatever the case may be, the Miami Heat get the W and advance for the chance to get that 8th seed on Friday against the Atlanta Hawks. The more running stuff you look at, the more running stuff you'll get. Ain't that the truth? Because I've been getting so much goddamn race stuff. In fact, I got an advertisement for the Brooklyn Half Marathon at the end of this month. But I have a 5K that I signed up for since last year and completely forgot about, because it's for a good cause. Fucking Ganondorf is out here? The hell was that? But the signed up for a 5K last year for a foundation where there was a young gentleman who had passed away due to cancer. And I said, all right, I could go and pop out for a good cause. Completely forgot about it. And I got an ad for the Brooklyn Marathon, which would be the half marathon right after that one. I'm like, I ain't doing all that, bro. But it is ridiculous. Whatever the case may be, congratulations to the Miami Heat. They got themselves a W, but unfortunately for the Chicago Bulls, they would have to take out their Metro cards and get aboard the L train. But their ride would be short-lived because they're arriving at Elimination Station and they go somewhere different for their failures of being able to perform at home despite being the 9th seed, their failures of finally overcoming the albatross that happens to be the Miami Heat, who've stood in their way for the last 3 years, their failures of being able to get a W, consider their names written down the death note, because their dreams of finally advancing to the playoffs for the first time in 4 years, their dreams of taking down that other team that just so happens to wear red, their dreams of restoring the prestige of the Chicago Bull franchise has been absolutely
You will rest in peace.
Delete confirm.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
I hear the Shadow Realm's lovely this time of year. Let's find out if it's true!
pack them up. Pack them all the way up.
Both well, no! Oh!
Whip their asses expeditiously.
Both well, no!
Finish him. Fatality.
They finished, bro. You get punched by 19, but it feel like forevermore. Bad game for them boys. They took an L. Chicago, once again, eliminated from playoff contention. What an unfortunate reality for the Bulls. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I appreciate y'all tuning into the doggone stream. We are live again Friday night SmackDown for the Go Home Show until WrestleMania 41. Oh, y'all want to see the y'all want to see the fresh hot L's? All right, say less. You want the fresh hot L's? There ain't no problem.
You lose. Failure. Fresh hot ales. 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 Fresh hot ales.
It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here! He's got AIDS!
Pack him up. Pack him up. They shat the bed. Absolutely shat the bed. Get him up out of here. Chicago Bulls, you're finished. You're finished, just like the stream is. Y'all have yourselves a good night. I'll see you guys on Friday.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.